The broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Mike Schmitz here. Hope you're doing super awesome today. I'm going to get started in just a minute here, but before we do, a couple pieces of business. Can you guys hear me, number one? And number two, can you see my screen? If you let me know in the chat box, that'd be awesome. And while I got you there, let me know where you're coming in from. I'm coming in from Tucson, Arizona here today. Hey, what's up, Drew? Hey, Clint, Nick, Ken, Chris. What's up, Michael? Hey, Dave. Hey, Ryan. What's up, Austin? We got Clint from Key West. Oh, man, that's awesome. That's so cool there. Umberto, what's up, San Diego? What's up, Terry? What's up, Virginia? Hey, John. Hey, Dave. Hey, Fabio. Hey, Gatlin. Hey, Randall Drew. What's up? What's up, M? Northern Michigan. All right. Cool. We got Columbia, South Carolina. We got Quebec. We got Gene from Minnesota. We got Maryland. We got Long Beach. We got Louisiana. We got Malik from SLC, Salt Lake. Love it. Cool, guys. Memphis. All over the place today. New Jersey, Atlanta. All right, we got New Hampshire. What's up, Mike? Hey, Cynthia. Hey, Jermaine. What's up, Jason? What's Omar? All right. Cool, guys. Cool. I'm so excited to get rolling into this today. I've got a lot of stuff to cover. And just to kind of keep us on track today, my business partner, my best friend, Anthony Rivera, is in the other room. I'm going to be manning the keyboard in the Q&A box. So as questions come up today, please ask your questions there. He's going to be working hard to answer those. We've got a lot of people in the room today, so please be patient with those responses. He just got his cast off yesterday, so his keyboard hands are in full effect. So just give him a little slack as he gets back up to speed. So I really appreciate that. So I've got a lot to cover, and I want to get started right now. So guys, I'm going to be sharing something with you that has made a really big impact in my business, and I'll be sharing a lot about that through today's training. But as we get started, I'd like to get just a kind of a quick read of the room. And Anthony, if you could put up that quick poll for me, please. I'd like to get a sense of kind of who's showed up here today, because I have different stories that I can share with you depending on kind of what who's here today. And Anthony, I don't know if you can get that poll going, please. Let me see if I can. There we go. Awesome. Cool. So what's your current situation? So are you employed and maybe doing something on the side? Some people who are employed are looking to like move on from their current place of employment, maybe get into more of a freelance situation. Maybe you're currently doing that solo freelancing, a space that I know really well. I spent a lot of time there myself. Or maybe you're part of a team, smaller team, bigger team. Let me know, because there's some stories I'll probably go deeper on depending on who's here today. Other ones I might skip entirely just to kind of keep us moving. So it looks like we've got about half the room voted here. If you're driving down the road, listen to this mobile or whatever, just don't worry about voting. Just pay attention to what's important. But if you can just click one of these options real quick and let me know where you're at, that'd be awesome. Okay, cool. Looks like we got a lot of the room here. I'll give you guys just 2 more seconds. All right, Anthony, let's go ahead and pull that down, please. Let's take a look. All right, who do we got here today? All right, cool. All right. So we've got about half of our room here are solo freelancers. That's a space that where I started, a big group here today. Awesome, welcome you guys. We've got looks like a pretty good divide between the people who are employed that want to do this on the side versus the ones that are looking to quit or move on from that. Then we've got some small teams here, and our bigger teams are our smallest population. Awesome, cool. Thanks, Anthony. Let's pull that down, please. That gives me a good idea of kind of where to spend my time here today with you guys. So guys, I'm going to be sharing something really interesting and something that's made a big shift in our business. And my promise to you is that I'm going to show you how to build a stable business where your customers are everywhere. They're ready to buy from you. You're profitable. Your customers are ecstatic with the work that you do for them. And this is, to me, the definition of amazing business. And I'll tell you, my own business, rarely in its history did it live up to all of these things. Like sometimes I would have customers, sometimes I wouldn't. Sometimes I'd be profitable, sometimes I wouldn't. Sometimes customers would absolutely love me, and sometimes they wouldn't, right? And I wouldn't necessarily love them either, right? We've all had those experiences. But when my business was able to live up to each of these pieces consistently, day after day, is where I saw a lot of things shift and change for me. So what makes this different is that I'm letting you on the inside of my life as a web design and digital marketing business owner. You see most gurus out there that you see, all those online experts that seem to be popping up everywhere. Like, I'm actually paying the bills with what I'm about to teach you. The strategies that I'm sharing on today's training are the exact strategies that I use in my web design and digital marketing business. And this is a picture right outside my office door. This is a collage of our team members. Our kids are in these pictures. Our clients are here. Um, these are the people who are actually benefiting, right? They are benefiting from the fact that our business exists, that we can pay bills and that we can, make paychecks and all that stuff. All these people are benefiting from that, which is so awesome. One of the people on that wall is one of our clients. This is Bill and his wife, Judy. Bill owns a company called Professional Bartenders Unlimited. They're the company that you hire when you're throwing a party and you need to hire a bartender for it. They do lots of events and things like that. The cool thing about Bill is he pays our company on the 15th of every month $900. We get to run his credit card and charge that credit card for that invoice. And what's awesome about that is he's so happy to allow us to do that, right? Like the relationship we have with this client is that one that he sees the value in the work that we do for him, and he's happy to allow us to make profit as a result. He's the nicest guy in the world. He's such a sweet client, and he's great to work with, and he allows us to profit. The question is, do you want more Billy Bears in your life? That's his nickname, Billy Bear. He's the sweetest guy. Do you want more clients like that in your life? I know that my goal is to have more clients like him, because when I have a client that sees the value in the work that I do for them, allows me to profit, and it's just like a nice client, like easy to work with, that's what makes it really, really awesome. So guys, we got a lot to cover here today, and I'd like to ask you guys to pay attention and stay through the end of today. And I've got a couple things you can think of as kind of ethical bribes to keep you guys on the entire time today. I'm going to be sharing some things with you that are actually going to help you get results and leads and opportunities. And I want you to think of these things I'm going to give you as tools in your tool belt that you're going to be able to carry away from today, and implement in your business for free, and really make that true impact. So guys, need your attention. I've registered and attended lots of webinars myself. And what I usually do is I block the time out on my calendar. So I end up not putting other stuff there. And other people don't bother me when I've set that time aside usually. And so sometimes I'll watch the webinar, and sometimes I'll spend that time cleaning off my desk and clearing out my inbox and checking Facebook and getting wrapped up back into a project or something like that. And honestly, if you need to clean your desk, if you need to work on your email or a project, go do that. Focus on that. But if you're a web designer or digital marketer, if you're in the business of helping somebody get a result through the work that you do, then the next 60 to 90 minutes is really going to change your life. And I'm asking you to pay attention, because it might just be one small idea. And often the big shifts in our life come from these small ideas. And I promise you there's going to be a lot of them on today's training. So we kind of got to read to the room here. And I want to address kind of who this is for today. So for the folks that have the full-time job, a lot of times the goal is to make enough money to quit that full-time job. And I get that's not everybody's thing, but if you're going to quit that job, you need to be able to have something sustainable that you're going to be able to grab onto next, right? Like that next bar, you've got to be able to have a firm grip on before you let go of that last one on that monkey bar. And for people who are looking to even keep their current place of employment, this second goal is really important too, creating a business opportunity without impacting that current job, right? You can't jeopardize the thing that's currently bringing you revenue in service to something that's maybe not as stable yet. So let's talk about the solo freelancers. This is a space that I know really well. And when I was in this space, the real goal was to minimize feast and famine waves. And feast and famine waves is periods of time you're really busy, lots of projects coming in, lots of money and checks coming in as a result, followed by periods of time where you don't know where the next project's coming from, and as a result, money's not coming in. When I was in this space, I wanted to spend less time on selling, because I didn't get into this because I wanted to sell. I wasn't hey, you know what, let's start a business and I want to be a professional salesperson. No, I got into it for a lot of other reasons, because I wanted to spend a lot more time on strategic work. All right, so let's talk about our agencies and our teams here. So I get that not actually most people here today maybe don't have a team, right? But even if you don't, this is something that that we can all relate to, because we all have expenses and we all have liabilities that we need to cover. For the agencies, they're just a lot bigger, right? And sometimes that includes things like cutting paychecks to people. And for those agencies, it's about increasing recurring revenue to cover expenses and payroll on the first day of the month. If you can, even as a freelancer, if you could cover your expenses and know beyond any shadow of a doubt that all of your expenses and what you need to operate that month is covered, and then anything that comes in after that is gravy, that's a much more comfortable, safer, encouraging place to work from than being unsure about that. Cool. So let's talk about who this is not for. So guys, I've had a chance to look at some of your guys' websites based off of the emails that you guys used to register for today's webinar. So I know for a fact there's a lot of people who are web designers, digital marketers, people who are good at PR or email marketing or Facebook ads or SEO, helping local clients, all that kind of stuff. So I trust that you guys are already experts in that space, right? Or honing your skills in that space, right? So, but I'm here not to make you a better expert in that stuff. Like I'm not here to make you a better expert in those things. I'm here to give you a business model that you can surround whatever you're doing with so that we can be more profitable and get to do more of the stuff that you actually like doing. So guys, let me introduce myself. My name is Mike Schmidt. This is my family. It's my daughter's first day of kindergarten. We're just about to walk her to school in this picture. That's my wife. And then you can kind of see my son poking his head out the back right there. And this is a picture of me back in 2005, okay? Local paper did a little story on me when I moved into my office. And at the time, I saw a need that nobody else was filling. And I wanted to be just happy. I wanted to be stress-free. I wanted to be in control. But you know, the guy in this picture is smiling, right? But he's not happy. He is absolutely stressed out, and he really wasn't in control very much. And the thing is, I knew from a very young age I wanted to work for myself. And I've tried and failed a lot of times, which even gives me the opportunity to share this information with you. And I'm finally at a point where I get to work 100% on my terms. And I define that by being happy, by living as stress-free as I ever have, and being in control, like being in control of my ability to earn revenue, make money, my ability to surround myself with the kinds of people I want to be around, take on the kind of projects that I like, say no to the kind of clients that I don't want, right? Like all that control is a place that allows me to operate much more on my terms than I ever have before. So hopefully some of you guys have cyber stalked me and maybe checked out our agency's website. I founded my business Anchor Wave Internet Solutions here in Tucson, Arizona in 2003. We started our digital marketing department in 2008. That's when I met my best friend, my business partner, Anthony Rivera, and he came on to help us do that. 2013 is when we first reached our 20 team member mark, and we just celebrated in January our 15th anniversary, or as we call it, our Anchorversary. And at this point, we've launched hundreds of digital marketing campaigns and over 1,000 websites at this point. I put a quick screenshot of our website here for this specific reason. Sometimes people think of our company as like the company they hire to like build pretty websites, right? Or like just push pixels around on screens and whatever, right? But the real reason that we believe that people hire us is because they're looking for a shift. They're looking for a change in their life. So you'll see a big theme through today's training, and also if you ever get to know our agency, is that we really see ourselves as helping people succeed in life because they're looking at us as that catalyst excuse me, that's going to help them get from where they are in their business today. And let's face it, business is life, to where they actually want to be. And we do that using a lot of different strategies, but keeping that mind, that eye on the goal, really helps make sure that we get there. I want to introduce you to two people. I'm on the left. My dad's in the center. This is at his retirement party about a year ago. My best friend, business partner, Anthony Rivera, is on the right. Guys, I got to tell you that the reason that I'm in business in the first place and that we're even talking right now is because of my dad and his support. And I always get emotional on this slide. And the reason we're still here today is because Anthony's kept us going. He's been an amazing friend, an amazing partner that I absolutely could not do anything with. So, guys, he is on the chat right now answering questions. So, as your questions come up, please talk to him about that. Cool. So, guys, the thing is, I wasn't born a salesperson, and even now, having built a successful company, I really don't align with the idea of being a salesperson or consider myself. When you see my dad, he was a salesperson. When I was a kid, I'd go to work with him. We'd drive all over Los Angeles visiting his clients. And man, I thought it was the most boring job in the world. I mean, the most exciting part of the job to me was that when we were in the lobby of a big office building, my dad and I would make bets on which elevator was going to open first. And my dad would always bankroll me. And somehow, I always came out ahead at the end of the day. Now, once I started my business, I had to sell. And I surely didn't count on betting on those elevators anymore, but my dad still supported me and getting me going. And at his direction, he suggested I join some chambers of commerce and go to networking events. And I'll tell you, I hated going to those early morning breakfast meetings. I mean, when I first started my business, I was practically a college student still, and getting my butt out of bed was hard enough. But then to go talk to a bunch of other salespeople or business owners, I had no idea what to say or how to explain like how I could help them. So, I mean, I felt like there was so much pressure when I would go there for me to do something productive with my time. But a lot of times I would leave those meetings without a lead, without an opportunity to do business with somebody, and I felt like it was a complete waste of time. And honestly, I felt like a failure, like I was doing it wrong. And it was a similar story when it came to other ways I was trying to grow my business, like cold calling or dropping by businesses with my business card. All of it was just really painful and unproductive. And I wanted to get back to what I felt like I was born to do, what I really was passionate about, which was building websites and marketing online. And as a result of the way I was looking to get clients, my business looked a lot like this picture. We talked about this before. This is called the feast and famine wave. The way it works is I start marketing myself. I find that client. And then as soon as they engage me to do work, I'd stop marketing. And as a result, I'd be super busy for a short period of time, be making money. And then as soon as that project was finished, the next opportunity was not in sight because I completely stopped trying to find new clients while I was working on the aspect of the business that I actually enjoyed, right? Which was actually doing the work. This process would repeat over and over again. I would sell the work and then I would do the work. I would sell the work and then I would do the work. Sell and do, sell and do. And I thought, hey, you know what? This is just the natural progression of business. And I was assuming that this is just the way that all businesses work. And hey, I'm just playing the game. The truth is, this is not the way successful businesses work. Successful businesses never stop attracting new clients, or as I'll show you, never stop finding ways to earn money while actually doing the work too. So I share this story not because it's a fun thing for me to dig up, but because it's useful in that I know that there are probably some people here that have either been through it or maybe going through it now. And it was our near business failure that woke Anthony and I up and challenged us to think differently. It's kind of like one of those stories that you hear when somebody has a near death experience and then everything changes after that. You know what I'm talking about? Like our near failure experience was like that for us. And it started, I remember, on a Tuesday because I just came back to the office from a longer weekend vacation with my girlfriend, who's now my wife. And I rolled into the office just a little later than normal. And I'd already seen an email and a voicemail from my accountant. Now, I didn't really think much about it. I figured he probably forgot that I was out of the office. And Mike, his name is also Mike, my accountant, his office is about 10 doors down from mine in the same business park. So I figured, you know, he must have seen me pull in to my office because he poked his head into mine just a few minutes after I got in. So he asked if I could come over to his office because there was something he wanted to show me. And by this point, this is where my first mini panic started to come in, like the call, the email, and then him dropping by as soon as I got in. Began to add up in my head as just being kind of weird. So we walk back to his office. So I step in. He closes the door behind me. And you should know, Mike and I are about the same age. We're good buddies. And him closing the door behind me is already, there's like more body language, and I'm reading into all this stuff. And the way he was acting just didn't seem right. And so I just sit down, and he sits down, and Mike just says and looks at me and says, "Mike, you don't have enough money in the account to cover payroll for this week. Do you have anything you can do to get more cash?" And right then, it slowed down. My vision got narrow, like I was looking down a hallway. That mini panic feeling that I had before was like full-blown, full-body experience. And he kept talking and talking. I mean, he was nervous to tell me this. And all I heard was this muffled voice in the distance. And as my tunnel vision went away and as I started to hear Mike's voice again, he kind of came at me again with the same question. He's like, do you have any way to solve this? My answer was no. And so I don't remember exactly what happened the rest of that day, but we were able to get creative enough to cover what we needed in that moment. And one of the ways we covered the gap going forward was to introduce a furlough. And what that means, I had to meet with my team and explain that, hey guys, there's no longer 5 days in a work week. There's going to be 4. And that's a 20% savings on payroll. But obviously, these people looked at it as a 20% demotion. These are people that I worked with day in, day out, and they looked to me to keep this thing together, and I was letting them down. And talk about a confidence story for everybody involved. I mean, as we recovered from that event, I mean, things weren't always bad news. We had great clients, great team, working with some of the coolest clients both locally and around the country. And even when things were going great during this time, I had the hardest time enjoying what was supposed to be happy times, right? Because the worst part was when things were going right, I had this feeling in my gut worried about when the next crisis was going to unfold, right? The next time I was going to show up and Mike was going to tell me something bad news, right? Like I was always playing that scenario in my head over and over and over again. So I started doing like lots of weird things. Like I stopped looking at my numbers. Like I stopped looking at like our bank accounts, like because I didn't want to be scared about what was going to be there or what wasn't going to be there, right? And I had this total scarcity mindset versus abundance. And it was this nagging worry that helped Anthony and I discover a new way to run our business. So So guys, I just want to make sure I'm on track. Can any of you guys relate to this story? I mean, maybe if you don't even have any employees yet, I mean, can you relate to that idea of what kind of I've been through there? So awesome. Thanks, Mark. Cool, cool. Thank you. Thanks, Fabio. Thanks, Belle. Shelly. Thank you. Ryan says going through it right now. Okay, Ryan. So I'm an example of it getting better. There are a lot of people here saying, "Been there, yes, yes, yes." I can only assume that they've been through it too, and are examples of this getting better. So if anybody's going through this right now, like Ryan, please know that that it gets better. So guys, in a short period of time, we've gone from an unstable business to one where we can find our customers everywhere, and they're coming to us, right? They're asking us for help. They're buying from us. We're profitable when we work with them, and honestly, we're loving every moment of it. Here's why. As soon as I accepted that I didn't have to embrace the feast and famine wave anymore, in fact, I could totally reject it. That's when we saw everything turn around. So I'm here today to give you my shortcut. I mean, there were a lot of years that went wasted. I wasted because of my inaction. Because I spent time wondering what was the right way to go, right? I didn't have a map to follow, so it was just easier to keep the status quo. And that's why it took me so long to reject that sell site, build site, or sell, do business model. Because when I was stuck in this mode, if I ever did any work to improve the business, it was always on the parts that I liked, right? But I kept on ignoring how to build sales. I kept on ignoring how to build the business structure. Meanwhile, I wasn't really building anything of value. The truth is I owned my own job, right? All the downsides of having a job and all the downsides of owning a business put into one thing, right? And job is an acronym for just over broken. That's totally what it was. The thing is, I wanted to own a business. I mean, that's what I was telling other people. I'm a business owner, right? The business owner is a commercial, profitable enterprise that runs without you. So imagine what life would be like when you have a successful business that you're proud of and you don't have to worry about it anymore. What it'll be like when adding new clients becomes easy, it's effortless, and it doesn't require any of that, cold calling, hard selling kind of stuff. What will life be like when you can afford to take time away from your business, not just for that occasional vacation, but whenever life demands it, whenever you want to. So guys, let's talk about what this service is. I promise you just a few slides from now, I'll be sharing with you exactly what this is. But I want to connect with you first around what the benefits are. So if you could suspend your guessing for just a moment longer, I promise you there's no prizes for guessing it right. Because I want to share with you the benefits of what we've taken away from this. So imagine you had a service that is highly profitable, meaning every time you sell it, that you're making 15 to 17 times on your money. It's something that every business not only wants, but they're willing to talk to you about, and they're reaching out to you for help before you even ask. Imagine you had a service that opens up the doors to small companies and large companies alike that may already be working with one of your competitors, or sometimes these companies have these resources in-house, yet they still would like to talk to other people about it. Imagine you had a service that gets your clients results fast, like meaning 24 hours, certainly by 30 days, they're getting results. Because fast results equals happy customers, and that becomes important, as I'll share with you in a little bit. Imagine you had a service that results in clients wanting to buy your other services, the other things that you do, sometimes at higher prices, because they're so pleased with the work that you do and they trust you now. Imagine you had a service that you get paid upfront before you do any work. It's something that's an ongoing service, so you get to charge monthly or annually. And this business model is way different. It's the sell it once, get paid forever business model, which is way better. Imagine you had a service that takes less than 30 minutes to set it up and about 10 minutes a month per client to maintain. So it doesn't take much time to set it up or maintain it, yet clients still want your help. They still want to pay for you to do it. It can be sold to clients who are currently working with you, so it's like a great upsell to people who are already in your world. And it's also a great reason to go back to those clients that you used to work with, but you're not working with them anymore. They just kind of dried up or whatever, right? You haven't talked to them in a while. It's something that's a great reason to go back to those prospective clients that never hired you in the first place. Like you gave them a proposal, right? They were interested, but then they either stopped responding or they said no or whatever the case might be. It's a great reason to wake those people back up. Imagine you had a service that clients already know is super important. They know this is important, but they just have no clue how to tackle it. So what service does all this? So first, before I tell you guys, thank you for not virtually punching me in the face for allowing me to share that with you first. And for those of you that did virtually punch me in the face, I forgive you. All right, so what service does all this? It's helping businesses get more real 5-star reviews on sites like Google, like Yelp, like Facebook, Better Business Bureau, City Search, and dozens more. Here's the thing, guys. I safely ignored the powerful impact of reviews and reputation management for far too long. I just ignored it. Like, I knew about it. We were doing a little bit of it, but I ignored why it was such a catalyst in our business, because I had some assumptions about what it was and how it would fit in my business that were totally incorrect. You might be thinking some of the things, like I was, that were totally incorrect, that you already do this, right? So if you already do this, but you don't have an absolute fire in your belly as to why this is the and how this is the catalyst that's going to help take your business and where you want to go and help you achieve your goals, like really, then you're not doing the same way that we are. And I'm here to give that to you today. You might be thinking that you don't think that review and reputation is as perfect as I say. Like, all those benefits we just went through, can they all be true? By the end of today's webinar, you're going to absolutely be on board with each and every one of those. And that's really, really powerful. You might be thinking that your clients don't have a problem with reviews. Well, just a few slides from now, I'm going to be sharing with you why most clients have a problem, how to spot it, and how to position yourself as a solution to that. You might be thinking that better reviews are good, but maybe you question their true impact. You know what? I'm going to show you some examples of some clients that have seen major shifts in their business as a result of paying attention to their reputation. You might be thinking that you know how to sell and offer this service. And if you do that, that is awesome. I'm going to show you how we do it, and maybe you pick up a few new tips as well. You might be thinking that it's hard to get people to leave reviews unless they're upset or angry or pissed off. And I'll give you that. If somebody's pissed off, absolutely, that's a great way to attract a negative review. But what if I could show you a way to attract positive 5-star reviews from your happiest, most satisfied clients on a routine, regular basis? You might be thinking that you don't have time to add this. Maybe it's not, you feel like it's not in alignment with the other things that you offer clients. And I'll tell you what, we're a busy company. So when we added this could absolutely not take time away from the busy stuff that we already had going on and the projects we had already contracted with the clients to do. So it had to fit in really kind of seamlessly, and it had to produce money, had to produce revenue for us. The second thing is that if you're in the business of helping a client get a result in their business through the work that you do, then it's absolutely in alignment with that. And I'm here to show you how that fits in today. So guys, if you're thinking any of that stuff like I was, stick around and I'll show you the giant opportunity that you have and that I'm currently using in my company. But I got to say this first, that results are not typical. I'm just looking at the number of attendees that we've got here today. We had way more guys, way more people registered for today's training than are actually showed up here. So if you guys can actually hear my voice, if you can actually pay attention to what I'm saying, if you can actually see what's on my screen and you're not off in Facebook land right now, you are so much further ahead than people who didn't show up today, okay? And I'll tell you that's not enough to actually get the results. I'm going to show you exactly, I'm happy today to give you for free during the webinar exactly the model that we use, but you absolutely going to have to take some action, and I'm going to be challenging you a little bit later to take some action on the webinar here today in order to create results for you today. Cool? Awesome. So let's get started, guys. You ready? Let me grab a big drink of water and let's roll into it. All right. Cool. So here we're going to be talking about today. Number one, reputation management is the easiest sale you'll ever make. Number two, you don't need to be an expert. Number three, review management is the gateway to sell your other services. So let's jump into number one. Reputation management is the easiest sale you'll ever make. I hesitated to use the word sale here simply because when a client's coming to me, knowing they have a problem, understanding I can fix that problem for them and money in hand ready to solve it, that's not sales anymore. Like, that's the way I want all my sales, all my customers to come on, because that's way, way, way different than sales. So think about this for a second. This is Cameron. Cameron owns Arizona Business Equipment. And the average local business owner like Cameron is stuck in their own business. They're working 9 to 5, Monday through Friday, and a lot of times through the weekend. And these local business owners, they know that they need more and better reviews, but they haven't got a clue where to start. They haven't got the time to focus on it. I mean, think about Cameron for a second. When he sells a copier, think about the work involved and making that all happen. Forgetting about the sales process, the day it gets delivered, right? He has to wheel it into the office, plug it in, and get it set up on the network, coordinate with IT, train the office staff, make sure that there's a spot everybody knows where the new toner is stored. We need to set low toner notifications. We're retraining the staff. We're making sure billing's correct. There's all this stuff that goes into the process of building a business, but it's absolutely not about marketing or helping attract more reviews. They also haven't got the inclination to do what's needed to succeed. And even the ones that have asked their happy customers to leave them reviews, they just don't do it, right? They've been unsuccessful in getting their clients to leave them the reviews that they thought would be easy to get. So here's the basics of this business, guys. I want to be kind of strip away any complexity here because this is a very straightforward business. I mean, I know that in my business, and I'm sure in yours, sometimes we're guilty of using tech jargon or acronyms and things that clients maybe don't quite understand until we explain it to them, right? Even using the word review and reputation management makes it sound kind of fancy, right? But let me be fully transparent with you. This is very basic business. There's a problem in your local area, and I know this from personal experience, that you can offer a solution to, and in doing so make a ton of money. And that's why this business model is simply the problem, which is massive, and I'll show you how to spot that in a second. Plus the solution, I'm going to share with you in a little bit, is how you make money with this. All right, guys, so I'd like to get a little bit interactive with you. I got a question for you, so if you get your hands ready on the keyboard and in that Q&A box. I just did a search for Dallas landscaping, okay? And here's what came up. And my question to you is, as a consumer, not as an SEO, not as a marketer, not as a web designer, not as any of those things, just legitimately as somebody in Dallas looking for landscaping services, who would you call first? Now, you might call all of them. Let me know in the chat box. You might call all of them, okay? But who are you going to call first? All right, cool. Let me know, and we'll start reading these responses here. Okay, so Shelly says Scapes, Roger says Scapes, Mario says Scapes Inc., David says Scapes, Drew says Scapes, Jason says Scapes, Greg says Scapes, Travis says Business with Reviews, Robert says Scapes Inc., 5-star rating. Okay, I'm going to start just reading the responses. Scapes, first one, which would be Roundtree, Scapes Inc., Scapes, Ghostbusters! All right. Nice, Chris. Scapes, the one with 4.7 says Fabio, Scapes Inc., Scapes with lots of ratings, Scapes. We got another Ghostbusters here. All right, you guys are comedians. Who are you gonna call? All right, all high. Roundtree, Scapes, Inc., Scrapes, close. Scapes, Roundtree, Scapes. Okay, I could keep going. But let me play a little scenario for you guys here. Well, here's what's happening in the offices of Roundtree Landscaping right now. They just picked up the phone. And they just called Bill. Bill is in charge of all their SEO, their website, all the marketing stuff that they do. And they said, hey, Bill, Roundtree here. We'd like to cancel our services with you. We don't want to just kind of stop what we're doing. And Bill's going, whoa, what do you mean? What do you mean you want to cancel? Like, we just redid the website. It's mobile friendly now. And like, you guys are showing up great in Google, and like your content strategy is on point. And, we're just about to start that other project that we talked about last week. And I mean, what do you mean you want to cancel? And Roundtree's going, we're just not seeing the return on our investment. And Bill, you've been great. And we love the new website. We get a lot of compliments on it. And we love that we can get to it on our phone and all that now. And it looks great there too. But like, I think we're just ready to take a break here, and we'll certainly call you when we're ready to do something in the future. So thanks so much, Bill. Click. Guys, here's what you need to connect with. Helping a business with review and reputation management is an exercise in helping them with lead generation. It doesn't matter what else you're doing. It doesn't matter what other kind of advertising is going. At the end of the day, when somebody's faced with the question of who they're going to call first, when we're presented with something like we see here, as proof by what you guys just shared with me in the Q&A, is absolutely astonishing, right? But here's the thing, guys. I have not been totally transparent with you. I've not been totally fair because I've only shown you 2 of the factors that people use to actually make a decision around reviews. Here is what the people actually are looking at. So these first 2 ones you guys got to see, you saw average star rating. You saw total number of reviews, right? Or in the case of Roundtree, the total lack, right? Okay. What about review frequency? People are looking at how frequently the reviews come in. Are they coming in at an even pace? Or there's just like a spike of activity and then nothing, and then a spike of activity and then nothing. What about the age of reviews? Are they fresh? Are they recent? Or are they really old, right? What does that say about a business and how trustworthy those reviews are? Are they still accurate? And what about the average ratings across multiple sites? So this is not just about Google. What's happening on Facebook? What's happening on Yellow Pages? What's happening on Yelp? What's happening on all the places that matter to a business and reviews? How about how a business responds to negative reviews, or if they even respond to them at all? How about the sentiment of reviews? Like when you look at their profile, you're left with a generally positive feeling, a negative feeling, or equally bad, like a neutral, like you're not really sure, right? Now, I get why somebody might call Roundtree, right? They're number 1 on the list, right? Statistically, all of these companies are going to get at least 1 call, right? But when we look at each of these factors here, right? When you look at these factors, this is what's actually influencing it. So the other question, one of the questions I get when I'm presenting this to a client, so put on like your sales hat for just a moment here. Um, when I'm presenting this to a client, sometimes they'll ask me questions like, Mike, why is this, why now? Like, why is this important now? Like, I know you can do lots of different things for me, and I know that you've helped me with lots of different types of marketing in the past and websites and all that good stuff. But why reviews? Why is this important now? So the way I answer this is with this here. And let me start at the bottom. 77% of consumers think that reviews older than 3 months are not relevant. Okay, what that means is that the review that's 3 days old carries more weight than the one that's 3 months or 3 years old. So as a provider of this service to a client, you need to help them understand that this is an ongoing thing. Like, we're not just going to fix the reviews and walk away and call it good. We need to always be attracting new 5-star positive reviews in a lot of different places. 85% of people trust online reviews as much as a personal recommendation. So what does that mean? That means that the 26 strangers that endorsed Scapes Incorporated is as trustworthy to me as my sister-in-law saying, "Hey, Mike, use Scapes; they're great." Okay, that's crazy, right? That hasn't always been the case. That number being so high is impressive. Most consumers look at more than 2 review sites before making a decision. So this isn't just about fixing Google. We got to fix Google. We got to fix Yelp. We got to fix Better Business Bureau. We got to fix all the places where people are looking at that business. Now, these last two, you guys won't be surprised at all, but it's helpful to help a client understand how massive and how prolific this really is. 97% search for local businesses online, and 93% of people read online reviews about local business. And that's why this is a big thing. That's why this is a big deal now. And these numbers are only climbing. Let me share some examples of clients that we've helped. This is Ryan from Horn Pest Management. Ryan's company is relatively new, 3 years old or so. They got one of the biggest contracts that they ever received after we helped them with reviews because the call went something like this. It should sound familiar. They're like, "Hey, we literally couldn't find anything bad about you online, so we had to call you guys first." They've gotten many more 5-star reviews since then. This is Paul from Easy AZ Traffic School. So can you guess why a traffic school gets a bad review? Okay. All right, here's what it is. It's things like, "I stopped at that stop sign and I wasn't speeding. That cop was a jerk." Right, which literally has nothing to do with the quality of instruction that Easy AZ Traffic School provides, yet they're being evaluated and judged by that from other people. Okay, we were able to help them move from a 3.5 star to a 4.5 star in less than a 30-day period. And can you see how that makes a big impact for them? This is Russ and Aaron. I love this story because they've been in business a long time. They're a printing company, Reproductions Inc. We helped them get 16 5-star reviews within the first 24 hours. They said it was an absolute no-brainer for them to handle this. It was common sense because honestly, they'd just given up on trying to attract more 5-star reviews. They thought wrongly that, hey, the only way to attract more reviews is just to provide great service, and then we got to let the chips fall where they may. And that's absolutely not the way you do it. So whatever the name of your web company is, your marketing business, your reputation business, can you see how easy this stuff is? And that's why I say this is a very basic business. The problem, which is everywhere, most businesses have a problem with at least one thing on that list, if not all of them. Plus the solution I'll share in a moment is how you make money with this. And sales are simple because they know that radio and TV and newspapers are dying, and they have an advertising budget that they want to spend. And they know that websites and online marketing, it all produces results and leads and awareness and customers and referrals. But they honestly just don't have the time to do it. They're busy running their own businesses. So most people think that they're kind of already on top of their online reputation, or businesses don't care to explore it. But the truth is, you can actually land clients easily by helping them and showing them things like reviews they didn't know existed and helping them understand how they're showing up in the marketplace. And so it's very easy to find a business that's at least willing to explore the idea of their current review situation, aka their problem, with you for free or inexpensively. So this is what we do, and this is what you can do too. So you can offer to run a quick study, a quick report on the current reviews that they have. You might show them where they exist. Maybe you'll show them ones they didn't even know about, maybe on sites they've never heard of. And you can do this using a simple template, which I'm going to give you a copy of my template that I've used for free at the end of today. So when you stay through the end of today, I'm going to give you my template that you can fill out, share with a client to help both of you guys understand the big opportunity, the big issue that you can help them with. And when they see that they have a problem with their reputation, and let's face it, most of them do, they're going to want to have your help to fix it. Chances are, based off of who showed up here today, you guys know a few business owners. And if you post this message, you're going to have people asking for your help with this by this time tomorrow. So When you stay to the end, I'm going to give you the template you need to fulfill this request for free. So what I'm suggesting you guys do is post something very simple on your Facebook page. And here's what it is. Try posting this. Hey, I'm beta testing a service that checks for reviews you didn't know you had. Looking to find a business that will let me experiment with this. I won't charge anything to run it, and I'll share the results with you. Guys, this is so simple. It's 3 sentences. Sometimes people think that marketing has to be super complex for it to work and really smart. Like, this works because it's coming from a place of curiosity. It's coming from a place of asking for help. You're providing value to them for free, and in exchange, you're getting the opportunity to potentially earn their business as well. It's a win-win. And Anthony, if you could post that in the Q&A box so that way people can copy and paste that. I'm literally asking you right now to open up Facebook. I know I said to shut it down before, but open up Facebook, post it there, and you can also ask people to share it too. Like if you can't help me, share it, right? Connect me or tag a business owner here. Because people love helping people. And I want to prove to you that in your network of people that you're already connected to, whether they be friends or other business owners or clients, your family, like there's people in your network that are willing to raise their hand and connect you with the people that need this service. And I absolutely want to prove that to you guys. So if you're going to post it, guys, please let me know in the Q&A box if you've already posted it. Because here's the thing. Here's what happens. There's a lot of people listening right now who are like, Mike, you sounds reasonable. I see the opportunity here, but I just want to see what else you got before I really do this. I'll do it later. I'm busy. Whatever the reason is, okay? But there's going to be people in this group that need to know that other people posted it first in order for them to go. So we got our early actors. We have our fast actors, the people who are see it and have already posted it, right? Like David. Awesome, David. David's already posted. Awesome, Michael posted it. Al posted it. Cool. So we've got people who have already posted it. And now I'm asking you, David, Michael, Al, Ryan, Sam, Samantha, you guys who have already posted it now, to let us know when you get results, because you guys just posting it just created another wave of people who made it okay for them to post, which is awesome. That's just the way the world works, okay? And then when you guys get results with this, I want to know about it, because there's still somebody here that's going to wait for you guys to get a result before it's okay for them. So this is just human nature, right? There's nothing wrong with any of the people in those groups. Everybody has their fast actors, the people who need to know that other people are in it with them, and then there's people who need the absolute proof. So that's what we're creating here today, guys. My favorite quote by Benjamin Franklin is, "Tell me and I forget, teach me and I may remember, involve me and I learn." So far today, I've been doing a lot of telling, a lot of teaching, and I'm asking you to get involved, because this is where we take this from an abstract idea of like a moment in time where you felt like it was, one, worthy of your time to register for a webinar, number 2, actually show up, right? And be here, to where we actually put this in play in your world, in your business right now, which is awesome, awesome, awesome. All right. Right. Mike says, got a message on Facebook from a current client. Sweet. So we already got our first one here, guys. All right. Mandy got one. Okay. So we have people posting. We have people who've already got responses to it. So for any of you guys who are actually waiting, now's the proof there. But let me share some examples. John posted it. He got 3 leads in the first 14 minutes. He had 9 within 24 hours. We have Brooke during the webinar. She had 16. This is her record. Amazing, right? 16 while on the training. So let me know again who's going to post that and who's getting results. This is Michael. He woke up. He put it on when he went to bed. He woke up to 4 opportunities. Daniel posted. He got 3. We got Brian said, super excited about this. Posted a hey, I'm beta testing copy on Facebook. Got 2 hits so far. Looking forward to more. Rick got 1. We got Andrea, had 2 leads in the first 2 hours. So guys, let me just take a quick look. Awesome. So guys, I want to put up a quick poll here. Anthony, if you do that for me. How many people do you already know that you might be able to get a meeting with to discuss the idea? Okay. Might be a meeting, it could just be an email that you could send. Like, how many people could you email? How many people could you shoot a message to on Facebook, or even Facebook Messenger or something like that? Just let me know who in your world do you think you could talk to about this. Looks like we got about half the room here voted here. Awesome. All right. Give you guys a couple more seconds. All right, Anthony, let's go ahead and pull that down, please. All right, let's take a look. Awesome. All right, so guys, here's what's crazy. 98% of us already know somebody that that we could talk to about this. In sales, the hardest part of sales, in order for any sale to happen, number one, you have to know who to talk to, right? And number two, you have to know how to talk to them, what to talk to them about. So who to talk to is your audience, right? Who's your market, right? What to talk to them about is your offer. In order to sell anything, you have to have an audience, right? A market and an offer. And we've just figured out those first two steps, which is really cool for 98% of us that already have the first two things that slow everybody else down in sales are already checked off the list here, which is really cool. For the 2% of people who don't know anybody, those are the 2% that I'd really encourage you guys to actually post this, because you never know who's going to tag a business owner or be willing to help you. I firmly believe that the degrees of separation between you and a business owner, it can't be that much. It can't be more than one. So post that and prove yourself happy that you actually have some people in the world that want to help you. And if it's really true you don't know anybody, that's why I'm going to be sharing with you a Facebook ad strategy that we use to attract people who don't currently know, like, or trust us, get them to raise their hand and give us the opportunity to talk to them. So that'd be great for those 2% of people who really don't know anybody. And for the 98% of people who already know who to talk to about this, you can absolutely use this as a way to augment your opportunities with the people that you know. Cool. Anthony, let's go ahead and pull that down, please. Awesome.
Just got one.
Blake, awesome. We got another one. Blake, congratulations. Blake got a hit. All right, so we're even more. Very cool. All right, guys, let's see here. Get my mouse back in control. All right, so number 2, guys, you don't need to be an expert. And I know that there's some people out there saying, well, Mike, why don't I need to be an expert? You've said that I'm already an expert in all these things. How is this different? Because somebody's already done the groundwork for you. You don't need to go building marketing campaigns or applications or figure out how to best respond to negative reviews. You don't need to know everything about the review platforms either. You just need to set up one key review management software. So like just one. Because this one tool gives you all the things you need to automate every aspect of getting your clients 5-star reviews on autopilot, helping to monitor what's going on out there on the web so that way you can understand what's happening with the reputation, capturing most bad reviews before they get published. And remember Cameron from before, that local business owner that's just so busy with their own business? He or she doesn't have the time of day or inclination to research their own software. And plus, the software makes you the expert because it's all built in. All right, so what's the software, guys? I want to share with you what we use. I'm going to be walking you through the various aspects of the software so you can get a sense of how it all works. We've done a lot of research, we've tested and spent a lot of money on different types of software to figure out what it was that would fill all those promises, all the benefits that I talked to you about earlier. And the software we use is called Review Lead. It has tons of features, but the main feature that really locked us in with it is that it's not available to the public, and it's only available through certified partners. So that means that when I go to a client and give them this idea about how to solve the problem that they clearly have and they know that they have a problem with, that they can't go around me to buy it. Like they have to buy it through me, which is, or a certified partner, which is cool. So I want to walk you through the software and give you kind of a window into two aspects. Number one, I want to show you the back end or the front end where the client actually gets the review, like how that actually process happens. And then we're gonna switch gears, go to the back end, see the stuff that you guys have been playing with. All right, so let's talk about the front end. How do the reviews actually get attracted and how they come into the system and all that good stuff? So what we do is we drive traffic to a page that looks like this. We ask them a very simple question. Thumbs up, I had a good experience. Thumbs down, I had a bad experience. When they click on thumbs up, we present them with a list of sites that we have chosen. We've made Google the big one because we want most of our reviews to go here because that's where they need the most help in this moment. And when they click on Google, they get presented with a list of instructions. Here's what they need to do step by step, along with some screenshots to help orient them. Then when they click on the button to leave a review, they're taken exactly to the place to leave the review. This is so simple to get them to this place. However, if you tried to do this without this process, could you imagine the average client asking their clients for a review? Like, to actually get them to this place, they have to search for the business, find them on the maps, click on the small link that says click to write us a review. There's so many steps involved that we've just made a lot simpler. It works because it's easy, okay? All right, so let's rewind gears here, rewind and look at what happens if they click on thumbs down. I had a bad experience, didn't have a good experience, I had a bad experience. Well, here's what we don't want to do. If they had a bad experience, we certainly don't want to be telling them where to go leave a review online. Instead, we want to give them an email form where we can ask them to leave that feedback in private. Here's the truth, guys. Most people don't want to go out there and be like all slandering online and leaving negative reviews. But some of them feel really pressured to do that. When you give them a easy way, a private way to do this that they felt like they're actually going to be heard, this is a very strong way to prevent a negative review from actually getting out there. This service is not just about attracting good reviews. It's about preventing bad reviews and doing damage control on reviews that could be really hurting a business. That is a huge selling point of this as well. All right, guys. So that's all that there is to the front end of this. Like it's simple because and it works because it's simple. So let's switch gears and take a look at the back end. This is the stuff that you guys are going to be seeing as you're setting it up for your clients. And this is the control panel where you get to monitor your reviews from across the web. So you can set this up to listen to various places on the web to know when a new review comes in. So they don't have to go through that thumbs up, thumbs down for you to know that a review happened. This will actually be listening to a lot of different websites. When those reviews come in, you can send and fire an email notification, and you send it to you, send it to your client, and then they can respond to it quickly. It also tracks progress with reporting. So do you think it was important for us to be able to communicate to Easy AZ Traffic School that they went from a 3.5 star average to a 4.5 star in 30 days? Like, that's huge. That's a huge thing for us to share with them, because that makes for a really happy client. You can automate this reporting as well, and send this out automatically without you guys having to actually remember to do it. Okay, so I talked to you about we have a way to attract reviews, and this is the system, the tool that we use to actually get that invite out to the people who actually need to leave the reviews. So simply what we do is we upload an email list to this, and it's an email drip sequence. So they get an email saying, hey, thanks for doing business with us, please leave a review. And if they don't leave a review, they get another one. And if they don't leave a review, they get another one. And obviously we can customize the number of times that happens and what it says in each message. But it's a really effective way to stay on top of and encourage as many people as possible to leave those reviews. Now, I find that businesses that haven't done the best job of collecting emails usually have phone numbers. And that's why being able to send a text message with an invitation is also a really strong feature as well. These two things paired together is great when you can actually send an email and a text message. It's a way to attract a lot more reviews for a client. This is the custom opt-in form. This is a tool, a screen that you can give to each of your clients. It works really good for businesses with a lot of foot traffic. For example, like a dentist, when you check in, the front office person can put the person's information into the system, and about 3 hours later, get an email saying like, hey, how was service today? Could you leave us a review? And they get that whole drip sequence. And I'll tell you, most of our clients that we sign up for this, they never see the screen. We don't even give it to them. The reason why is we like to provide a white glove service to them. Like, we just call them once a month and say, hey, can you send us the new email list? Or like, we know who to talk to at their office or have access to get the updated client information to be able to put into this system. Because when we can help them use this and take away any excuse for them to not to do this, they're going to see more and more results. And the other reason we do this is because I know that some of you guys might be thinking like, hey, this is cool software, right? I'm going to sell my clients this software. But if you're thinking of this as a software that you're selling to a client, you're thinking of it the wrong way. You need to look at this as a solution, as a service, because clients are willing to pay more for a solution and a result than they are for a piece of software, because this allows you to charge what you charge based off of the value that you provide, not the time it takes. And I'll talk more about that a little later. This is the review stream. I love this feature because it allows us to take all of the 5-star reviews from across the web and put them and embed them in different places, like on a website. So how many of you guys have either built a website or been on a site that has testimonials? And you know those testimonials are always like hand-selected, highly edited, majorly curated, right? Best representation of that business possible, which makes them really kind of unbelievable, right? Like not trustworthy. But when you put real verifiable reviews from third-party sites that people trust, like that's a better, more converting, more trustworthy way to represent those reviews as well. You can also take the review stream and pipe this into things like Facebook. So we're taking the reviews out of their silos at Google or Yelp or wherever and publishing them in places where people can see them. And I know that this is one of the features that a lot of our clients absolutely love, because we're helping to promote their business in a way that really reflects great on them, extends the mileage they get out of a review. And when some people are liking and commenting and sharing these reviews, it really is loved by those business owners. Also has embeddable buttons, so you can get to that thumbs up, thumbs down anywhere. I love using the email signature. You can put the thumbs up, thumbs down on the bottom of every email that goes out. Think about the number of emails that go out in the course of a week across an entire company. Like each one of those is an invitation to leave a review, which is super cool. Cool thing is it also integrates with so many different sites. Of course, the majors are there: Facebook, Google, Yelp. But depending on the business type, the business that you're in, there's going to be different sites that are important to that particular business. Like maybe you're going to decide to even go after businesses in a certain vertical, like you work with car dealerships, or you work with dentists, or maybe you work with lawyers, or you work with real estate. Like a real estate agent, like they need good reviews on Trulia and Zillow. And once you've helped one real estate agent with that and shown results, like getting the next one is that much easier and that much easier. So some people choose to go after this in a vertical perspective where they just go after and help a certain type of industry, one that they maybe have experience or connections to. Also, this works all over the globe. Like each of the sites I've already showed you have global representation, but if you have a need for certain sites that are unique to specific geographic areas, there's that as well. And if there's a site that you want to attract reviews for that is not on that list, you can always add a custom link to do that as well, which is super cool. And the best feature I haven't even talked about yet. I'm going to share with you guys kind of what we ask our clients to invest. I'm going to share with you what the software costs, and then you get to see the kind of profit that you get to make with this. Cool? So using the software is cheap, and as a result, you get to be insanely profitable. So we ask our clients to invest $1,800 per year per business location to help them with this. Software costs us $20 per month per location, so $240 a year, which means that's a $1,560 profit every single time we sell this. So you can see why we're excited about that we get to bring huge value to a business, help them with something that they've been burdened by, and then we get to profit, and they're happy to allow us to do that, which is awesome. Now, I know some of you guys are looking at $1,800 and be like, yeah, that's a no-brainer. Like helping a business and asking them to invest that really is no problem given the value they're getting in return. However, you might be thinking like Howard was. Howard's a client of ours that when I asked him to invest $1,800, he said, you know, Mike, this all sounds really great, and I appreciate you coming over to share this with me, but thanks, but no thanks. And I said, okay, Howard, well, you mind if I ask you a few questions? And he said, sure. And so I said, Howard, when somebody buys carpet from you here, or flooring, whatever, what do they spend? Give me a low number and give me a high number. And he said, well, on the low end, it's $1,500. On the high end, I don't know, $25,000 plus. Okay, so I took that information, set it aside, and then what I did is I took a list of keywords that I thought that Howard was ranking for, should be ranking for in Google. And I gave that list of keywords to the Google Keyword Planner tool, and Google told us how many searches happen in a given month for those collection of keywords, okay? And so for those collection of keywords, there were about 2,000 searches are happening every single month. So that's about 24,000 searches per year. So showed that to Howard, said, and then I took one of those keywords and I plugged it into Google. Howard's business came up. It was on the map listing, one of the three. And I said, Howard, asked him the same question I asked you. Howard, as a consumer, right, looking for carpet, who are you going to call first? You might call them all, but who are you going to call first? And he kind of sat there for a second and was like, finally he responded, he's like, not me. I said, you're right, Howard, not you. You're not getting the call first, Howard. I said, Howard, how many of the 2,000 searches, people, customers, prospective customers, 24,000 prospective customers this year are you willing to let pass you by before you do something about this? How many of the 24,000 people do you think you need to turn into business to even just cover what I'm asking you to invest in this? Is it one? Is it one? He's like, yeah, probably one. We could probably do it on the first one. I said, Howard, this is a no-brainer. And he agreed that he reached into his pocket, he pulled out his credit card, said, let's get going. Here's what you need to connect to about this, because you're going to have clients just like Howard. You need to help them understand and connect with the idea that they are losing business to their competitor because they're not addressing this. You know, businesses love to get more leads and opportunities, right? But they absolutely hate the idea of wasting money, especially if it's wasting money that's to the benefit of a competitor. Crazy, right? Think about this story too. So Howard still advertises in the Sunday paper every Sunday. Okay, his dad did it before him when his dad owned the store. Right, they've been doing it for 2 generations, and every Sunday when that newspaper comes out, here's what Howard thinks. He thinks that when he advertises in the newspaper, that generates business. Newspaper ad, people come in the store, people buy carpet. Right? That's not how it works. When somebody sees that ad, they are reminded of the project they want to do. Hey, let's check that out. Where's Howard? Then they start asking questions like, well, where's Howard's store located? And do they carry the brand of carpet that I know that we want to use on our next project? and they start looking him up, they might be looking up a phone number, they might be looking up his website. Any of those things are all leading to his reputation, which is loud and clear right next to his competitors. And instead of calling Howard, guess what? They're calling and they're visiting a competitor instead. So that's crazy. What you need to connect with is that the money Howard is spending on newspaper ads is actually driving leads to his competitor. And when you can help a business understand that, it's absolutely a no-brainer for them to move forward. And it absolutely is huge value that they're getting in return for their investment there. Cool, guys. So like, that's such an amazing thing. And guys, if I were to stop the training right now, if I were to end it, I'd feel really good about what I've given you, because some people take this information and they just go and they decide to start a reputation business based off of this by itself. But I'll tell you, in this next section, I'm going to be sharing with you how we've turned this opportunity into really helping us grow the rest of our business, because review management, and this is where the gold is the gateway to sell all of your other services. So let's look at this for a second. So this is called the value ladder, okay? Value ladder is very simple. The question is, what service or product do you typically offer somebody first when they buy from you? And then once they're a customer or a client, what do they buy next? And then what do they buy next, right? Now, there might be different sequences they go through, but you can look at your business and say, what generally is the pathway that most people take through my business? Because they say it's 6 times easier to sell to someone that's already bought from you than somebody who's never bought from you at all. So here's what our value ladder has looked like for most of our existence as a business. People come to us and say, hey, Mike, I know you guys build great websites. Can you do one for me? I'd say, sure, here's the investment. And they'd either say yes or no, right? The ones that said yes, then we're a client, and I might sell them marketing or hosting or website updates. And the people who bought that might buy pay-per-click or SEO or email or reviews and all that good stuff, right? So the more people I can get to buy a website, the more people buy all this other stuff. So we made one simple change with this, and I bet you guys guess where it's going. Today we start with reviews, because there's way more businesses that are willing to talk to us about reviews than any of the other services that we offer, right? All the other services that we offer take more trust and more education for somebody to buy. But reviews is something that most businesses already know they need help with, especially when they can see how they're showing up in the marketplace. So now, after they buy reviews, they still buy websites, they still buy Facebook ads management, they still buy pay-per-click or email or SEO, any of that stuff. So the key is, the more people we can get onto this step, who we can build trust with and also profit during that sale as well, the more people we can get to actually buy the rest of our services there. That's why this is so powerful. No matter what your value ladder is, no matter what it is that are on your steps here, starting with reviews is the gateway to allow people to ascend and buy your other services. So what kind of things do people want after reviews? We get requests for like website redesigns and refreshes all the time. What about like website changes and maintenance? So Bob from accounting hasn't worked here for 2 years. Please help me get him off the website. And that kind of stuff adds up. Internet marketing, that's like a big like category of stuff, right? SEO, Facebook ads, pay-per-click, all that good stuff, right? Like, and all that stuff is a lot of charged monthly. What about social media management or email marketing campaigns? You can help clients with social branding and Facebook stuff, copywriting, logo design. What about WordPress updates? Like their WordPress is out of date and it needs help updating that. And also referrals to other business owners. Like, my brother owns a concrete company. Please call him. He needs your help, right? And that's priceless. We get to start our value ladder all over again. And this is real. Upsells happen all the time. And I've never taken on a review client without at least the opportunity to sell them our other services. Let me give you some examples. This is Billy Bear, Billy the bartender, who owns Professional Bartenders Unlimited. After we helped him with reviews, this is the website we did and a Facebook ad that we're running for him. Let's look at his value ladder. We started the relationship with an $1,800 transaction, which he saw major value and trusted us afterwards. Then he said, hey, let's take a look at the website. I need it redone. We asked him to invest $5,800 in that. He hired us for that. He also hired us to do ongoing Facebook campaigns for him. That's why he's paying us about $900 a month. And no doubt we'll do some stuff for him in the future. So here's where it gets really cool, guys. That's $16,000 in upsells after an $1,800 investment. We profited on the $1,800, and now we're profiting on that $16,000 in upsells every month. This is Clo and Associates. Here's what's cool about these guys. They were a client. They kind of like went dark. Like, we didn't really talk to them very much about their website stuff, and then we kind of re-engaged them with reviews. So let's take a look at their value ladder. We re-engaged them with reviews. They woke back up. They were really impressed with what we did. It was a great experience for them, and we got to make money on that. And then she said to me, she said, you know what, we've been neglecting our website. I know it's not mobile responsive. I know it should be. I know that there's other things we could be doing to help build and grow our business. Can you just put together a package for me of all the stuff you think I need, and then like present that to me? And so I did. We put together what we call our monthly managed services agreement, which is a bundle of a bunch of different stuff. She signed a 2-year agreement paying $1,449 a month. After that, she wanted to talk about email marketing in addition to that. And no doubt we'll do some stuff in the future. Here, her value ladder is even better. That's $49,000 in upsells after her $1,800 investment, which is super cool. This stuff works, you guys. And this is just a couple examples of the many clients who we managed the reviews who turned into opportunities for us. So imagine adding review and reputation management onto whatever you're doing right now. It's your business's secret weapon. We look at it as a way to get into any opportunity that we possibly could want. And you'll have more profit and more client opportunities are paying recurring revenue every month and every year. So that's why I say that reviews are the gateway. It's the door opener, the foot in the door to everything else. So guys, who wants to see what we use to actually make those upsells happen? It's one thing for us to say, like, you didn't come here to like learn that, learn about upsells, right? You already knew about that. And you probably are, if you didn't have a name for it, you already kind of had an understanding about there being a ladder or progression in your business, right? But sometimes as a business, like when we sell a client something, we forget to sell them the rest of the stuff. So we have a systematic way to actually do that. So what we do is we give them a quick presentation that covers one, we show them the results they got with reviews. Number two, we explain there's a pathway for continued success with other services that we offer. We evaluate them in each of those areas, and then we make a recommendation for them to start a specific service. So let's take a look at that. This is us showing them the results. On the left, they had 0 Better Bureau reviews. Now they have 7. They had 11 on Facebook. Now they have 20. Google had 0. Now they have 22. We stick the wow emoji right in the center because this is wow. This business has been around a long time, but in less than 30 days, we made a major shift for them. So we're excited, and so are they. Next, we explain that there's a pathway for their continued success. And if you guys can see what I'm doing here, this is the value ladder, right? I'm sharing with them that there's a pathway, and that is the value ladder. This is the steps that people take typically in our business. You might do all of them, you might skip steps, but this is the typical progression. Then what I do is I share with them what all businesses have in common. And what all businesses have in common is they all operate on the sales funnel principle, that visitors and awareness turn into leads and opportunities. Leads and opportunities turn into customers, and customers get to buy again and again. So then what we do is we simply map our services onto this sales funnel and help them understand how the services that they can buy from us influence each of these categories, which is super cool. We'll evaluate them in each of those areas. So for example, we'll say, you know what, social media needs work because the only thing you're doing is posting the 5-star reviews we're helping you get. We both know that there's a lot more that can be done then. And what's crazy is when you start to evaluate a business and telling them how they're doing in each of these areas, you're going to start to see something funny happen. You're going to start to see their head nod up and down in agreement with you and saying, yeah, you know what, yes, we do suck at social media. And that's where you're starting to build that trust, and that's where you're starting to open up the opportunity to sell them those services. So 4, we simply make a suggestion of what they should do next. Now that we've built rapport, we've helped them understand our thinking and help educate them, we simply say, you know what, we believe you've done reviews, we think you should do whatever next. We think you should do a new website. We think you should do Facebook ads. We think you should rewrite the copy on your homepage. We think whatever, right? Whatever you believe they should do is what you should make the recommendation. And this works because number 1, they're happy with your services. Number 2, you're providing additional value by pointing out how they're doing in other areas. And number 3, they're agreeing with you, right? They're nodding their head up and down, which is opening up the opportunity for them to ask or you to ask, would you like help with that problem or challenge? Okay. This is a system process that we call our unsales proposal or our ascension proposal. The reason it's unsales is because there's actually no dollars in this at all. Nowhere in this presentation can you buy anything from us, right? There's no money, there's nothing about that. This thing is specifically designed to get them psychologically ready to see a proposal for you. We simply stitch a proposal at the end of this thing, okay? And we use this over and over and over again with the same clients, and some of them catch on, right? You're gonna sell me something at the end of this, right? And we both chuckle, like, yeah, of course, there'll be an option to explore some new services with us. And but they like it. You know what? They like that we're being methodical in the way that we're presenting their scenario, and they know that we're making recommendations based off of their situation and in alignment with the things that they actually want to achieve, which is super cool. So this is really the most in-demand and perfectly timed, rewarding, easy business that you could ever have. I mean, how many guys are members of Amazon Prime or bought on Amazon, right? Like, what has Amazon done really well is help everybody buy based off of the opinions of strangers. Like these products, we can see pictures of it, but can we really trust it? Can we hold it? We don't know if they're good or not, but we still take the chance to buy it. And we're doing that because we're substituting the opinions of strangers for our own in that scenario. And when you can help a business owner understand that the way that they shop, like everybody's doing it this way. When a business owner realizes that the way that they shop is the same way that other people are shopping them, that's where you start to see the light bulbs go off, those blinding flashes of the obviouses and those aha moments where they're like, I can't ignore this anymore. I can't ignore this because the way that I shop and evaluate products and businesses is the way that people are looking at me. And if I've got a problem, I've got to fix it. And that's why this is such an easy sale. Showing the value of this is simply a matter of helping them understand their current situation, right? And remember, business owners don't have the time or inclination to handle this themselves, and they jump at the opportunities to have other people do this for them. And right now, I have hundreds of business who I and my team look after for review, written reputation, websites, online marketing, and all that value ladder stuff. So guys, let me ask you a quick question. Who's getting value from this training so far? Who's seeing an opportunity? Maybe a small tweak that in the way that you might run your business, like some small idea on the way they might approach a client. Just let me know in the Q&A box. I would love it. Thanks. Awesome. Julia, thanks, Evan. Thanks, Blake. Thanks, Roger, Drew, Robert, Josh, Val, Nick, Kurt, Gene, Fabio, Linda, Greg, Gene, Blake, Umberto, Jacob, Scott, Barry. Awesome. Rose, Joshua, Mark. All right. Ben, thank you. Thanks, Jermaine. Awesome. Cool. All right. Sometimes, guys, I'm talking for a while, and I don't know if you guys are like digging in on this stuff or not. So I love seeing that. So thank you for letting me know. Cool. Awesome. All right. So guys, what we've covered is reviews and reputation as an offer is awesome, right? It's easy to make sales. You don't have to know a whole lot about it, and making up sales is an absolute piece of cake. And making a significant profit as a review manager is real, right? Like you deserve to make profit. There's an awesome book you should check out called Profits Aren't Everything, They're the Only Thing. And this is the book that helped me understand that in my business, I absolutely had to make profit. Like you deserve to make profit, and you need to do that for yourself. You need to do it for your clients, and you need to do that for your team. Otherwise, what's the point, right? So that's why this has made a big shift for me. This impacts me because I'm free to do what I want. I'm able to create income on demand. I'm able to travel more, sleep at night. I'm able to live stress-free. This is a picture of my wife and I at Niagara Falls back in September for our anniversary. And this place is beautiful. It's a world of difference from Tucson, Arizona, I'll tell you that. But in this picture, here's why this is significant. In this picture, I am not worrying about whether I have enough money. I wasn't worrying about making payroll. I wasn't worrying about my expenses. I wasn't worrying if I was having enough leads come in to sustain the business, right? I wasn't stressed out. Okay. I wasn't questioning whether I should be in business or not, like whether it was for me and whether I should go back to getting a job or something. I wasn't living in that feast and famine mode, right? Like all those things are true about this picture for me. And I can tell you there's times in my business that would not be possible. That I would not be able to take a vacation. I would not be able to do something special. That's supposed to be like a memory, like, right, building a memory in my own life that was tainted by like what other garbage was going on in the back of my head, right? I know some of you guys can relate to that. Along those lines, I made some very specific decisions in my life about what I wanted to do, and especially the relationship I want to have with my kids. Number one, I want to be able to read my kids at nighttime. Like I want to be able to tuck them in and read them bedtime stories. I wanted to be able to take my daughter to school in the morning, right? Like those are the things that I want to be able to do. And all the gurus in the world will tell you that in order to achieve a goal, you have to write it down. Have you guys heard that before? Like write down your goals. What I feel like is missing from that set of instructions is that you have to engineer the business. You have to engineer the business to support those goals. So not only have to write down the goals, you have to also engineer the business in a way that supports them. This picture from Space Mountain in Disneyland from like 2 weeks ago. Look at that. This is capturing a moment between me and my daughter. And what you guys might also not know is my family and I over the last like 50 or 60 days have spent like 10 days in Disney parks across 3 different trips and 2 different coasts. Like we've become these like Disney freaks, and I usually look down at people like that, but like now I'm one of them, so I can't. But we're able to do stuff like that because with review management, you're able to create your authentic life. right? Your authentic life means that you know what you want and then you've engineered the system to actually achieve it. And that's what I've been able to do because of review and reputation management. So guys, who wants to take things to the next level? Put in the Q&A box. I'm ready. I'm going to take the biggest drink of water I ever have and let you guys let me know if we're ready to keep going. All right. Cool. All right, guys. Thank you. All right, guys. So I want to teach you the fast path to launching your business, review and reputation management business. And it's my exact system inside of a course I've created called Review Pro Launchpad. I want you to think of it as review, reputation management, jumpstart. It's a business in a box. So you don't have to go through all the stress, the not knowing, the feast and famine, the wasted time that I went through. So what's in the course is everything you need to succeed. Think of it as your giant shortcut. Okay. Remember, you can learn all this stuff on your own, just like I did, right? You can figure out how to find clients, how to warm them up to say yes. You can put together your proposals. You can find software. You can build all the systems and processes. You can make sure that you have leads coming in every day that you have opportunity to sell. Or you can take the fastest path to success. So what's in the course is 6 easy to follow training sections. They're delivered by me. These can be consumed at your own pace. And this is really designed to have you up and running in as little time as possible because I want you to be profitable at lightning speed. So each section has content-rich videos, PDF downloads, proper links to information. There's these step-by-step explanations to walk you through everything. Because again, I want you to be successful with this. I'm also going to show you how to charge what you and this service is worth. You deserve to make money based on the value you provide, not the time it takes. And remember, businesses have the budget for this, and they're suffering. All right, so section 1, getting set up for success. We're going to get the business rolling, getting you started with review and reputation management. I want to help you tap into the ocean, literally the blue ocean of people who need your services. Section 2 is for attracting review and reputation clients. So I want to get you a consistent stream of leads that you always have to be able to sell this service to. Using simple prospecting that you can do from anywhere. Some of the things I'll give you is like copy and paste emails that you can send out. They spit out leads in return. How you can get your first prospects within a day of starting. This is an example of some of those emails that we've sent out and then the replies we get back to them. I'll read you one of them. Justin said to us, yes, please do a review of my businesses to see how you can help with number 1, website improvement / management, 2, social media presence, 3, online review improvement. The businesses are, and he gave us 2 businesses, right? Section 3 is for selling the service. So once you have these leads, how do we get them through the sales process to get them from a prospect into a paying client? I'm going to show you exactly who to target to get those yeses. I want to show you how to position it as we do as a no-brainer. Like they have to take action on this for them in order to they need to take on your services. I'm also going to show you how to find the high-paying clients fast, right? There's a lot of people that need this, no doubt, right? But let's focus on the ones that are most likely to say yes, have the biggest problems, and also the ones that are most likely to ascend your value ladder, the ones that are going to buy your other services. I'm also going to show you how to present the proposal. The proposal is taking them on a journey from the point where they don't know who you are right now to the point where they absolutely have to buy your services. They can't see any other way around it. And I'm going to give you a free template along with that. I'm also going to show you how to close the deal and get paid fast, even before you do the work. And with this, you get paid the day they say yes. None of this 50% now, 50% later stuff. I'm going to show you how this works so that way you get to profit from day 1. Section 4 is case studies that you can use. I'm so excited to be able to include this because these are our case studies that we've done in our agency that you can use with your prospects from day 1. These are proven real examples of this working, showing how results are possible within hours or days. Helps you build trust from your very first sale, even if it's your first time. This is Ryan. He got 25 leads from Yelp after we helped him with this. And there's a video testimonial that's white labeled, so you can use it. Doesn't say our agency name. There's email campaigns to promote it. It's a really great way to help close a deal that's already in process or to attract new clients that you're not working with yet either. Section 5 is for setting up the software. So it's the exact steps we use to set up every client within about 30 minutes. Remember, you don't have to be an expert because I'm going to show you everything that you need to know step by step. Things like setting up monitoring, social connectors, review acquisition, website widgets, and website integrations, all that good stuff. I'm also going to show you the number 1 most important thing you need to be successful with this. This software is powerful, but used incorrectly won't work. So I'm going to give you the steps that we use that are going to ensure that you see results, your clients see results, and that's what's going to help them climb your value ladder. Section 6 is for maintaining clients each month. It's all the nuts and bolts of being a review manager. I'm going to give you my 10-minute monthly management checklist. I'm also going to show you how to turn every client interaction into a new opportunity opportunity to sell. So remember the value ladder? A lot of the management is about helping them climb that ladder in addition to fulfilling the services they bought from you. Also, how to manage multiple client accounts the right way. So when you have 3 accounts, right, 3 clients that you're working with, that's going to be a different story than when you have 333. Okay, that's where you really guys need to help see how you can really scale with this, and we'll show you how we did as well. As a Review Pro Launchpad member, you'll get lifetime access and all updates to the course. This is a living, breathing course. This is something where, again, guys, remember, my primary business is a web design digital marketing agency based in Tucson, Arizona. We attract clients using this exact system. So as we come up with new ideas, as we come up with new strategies and test different things that work, they make it into the course. So you'll have access to that as well. Because your success is my driver. Because I want to hear testimonials from you guys like, hey, Review Pro Launchpad changed my life forever, and my business is making great money. And that's exactly what's been happening for a lot of different people. Some people have taken this information and just started a review management business, and that's it. Some people have bolted it on to their existing business, and now it's a feeder for the rest of the stuff that they do. So you're going to get full access to the Review Pro Launchpad training course. It's a value of $4,997. For the visual people in the crowd like myself, let me lay it out a different way. So you're going to get set up, getting clients and leads, turning those leads into paying clients, setting up those clients on the software, manage those clients ongoing, and then upselling them to your other services. And not to be an egomaniac, you also get me. You get my team to help you through this as well. So bonus number 1 is the perfect proposal template. It's a $397 value. This is what our proposal looked like before. I would leave a meeting or end a meeting with a prospect, and they'd be like, sounds great, Mike. I'll get back to you. Let me talk to my partner, and we can talk next week. Well, guess what never happened? They stopped responding to my emails. They never got back to me, and somehow they were never there when I showed up and stopped by. That's why we created the perfect proposal template that makes sense to our clients, regardless of what industry they're in. Doesn't matter how long they've been in business. Doesn't matter if they already have a 5-star reputation or if they have a 1-star or anything in between. This helps them take the journey they need from the point where they may not know about this or not sure they need it to the point where they absolutely cannot live without it. They absolutely have to address this in their business to remain relevant. All right, perfect proposal template also includes some things like hidden industry secrets. We talk about when to charge monthly versus annual. There's some pros and cons and different strategies around offering that. The power of semi-custom proposals. These proposals look great, but they don't take much time to put together. And also creating urgency the right way so we can get people to say yes faster. So you're going to get full access to the Review Pro Launchpad training course, the perfect proposal template, for a total value of $5,394. All right, let's talk about bonus 2. This is the automatic prospect review report generator. So guys, at the beginning of today, I talked to you about a template that I'm going to give you that you're going to be able to fill out to share the current situation with a prospect, right? And for the people who stay through the end of the day, you'll get a copy of that. This, when you enroll in the program, bonus number 2 is the automatic version of that. It gets lots of clients warm and ready to buy. It's a $347 value. So you plug in some basic business information. It goes out there and puts together the profile of what's going on with that business and helps you get a pulse on what's going on. Now, does it do all the work for you? Of course not, right? Like, there's still going to be needed some massaging and making sure that this is just telling the story that you want it to, but it's giving you a leap forward. It's giving you a shortcut to do prospecting so much faster than the manual way. And it really helps you get those clients ready to buy pretty quickly. So you're going to get full access to the Review Pro Launchpad training course, the perfect proposal template, the automatic prospect review report generator for a total value of $5,741. All right, bonus number 3. I'm really excited to include this in this program because of how much work it really represents and what this is actually done for the rest of our agency. This is our web and digital agency proposal kit. And this is how you're going to build your value ladder. It's every proposal that our agency currently uses to sell websites, to sell Facebook ads, to sell all the different services that we offer. Excuse me. It's a $1,997 value. So what's in it is a 37-page website design proposal. We have a 27-page Facebook ads management proposal, a 24-page SEO content digital marketing proposal. We have a 41-page website proposal for a specific vertical. In this case, we have it set up for real estate. We have a 25-page pay-per-click proposal, our website services legal agreement. In the past, we used to sell this on its own. We always got lots of great feedback from it. Let me share my favorite story with you. This is a woman that said she got the largest contract she'd ever received. It's the first time she asked for more than $10K, and she got it. They also hired her for ongoing work after the project was done. And that's going to be one part of it to you. So I'm sitting here trembling and crying because you all know how long and hard and perilous my road has been. and the depth of pain I've walked it in it. Um, Guys, this person already knew how to build websites. She was already an expert at that stuff. The only thing that she needed was the confidence to be able to ask for what she was worth, and this proposal helped her do it. That was it. Like, nothing changed. The only thing that changed was her confidence level, and this is what this kit is all about. It's about building your confidence in all these services so that you can ask for what you're worth and ask for more money and have the client gladly pay you for that. We also include the thank you page campaign proposal, our hourly time and materials proposal, our job ad enrollment proposal. You'll also get a copy of the Ascension Unsales proposal that we talked about. That is inside this web and digital agency proposal kit as well. That's going to help you systematically sell your other services to other clients who are eager to buy and help them climb your value ladder. So you're going to get full access to the Review Pro Launchpad training course, the perfect proposal template, the automatic prospect review report generator, the web and digital agency proposal kit for a total value of $7,738. We've got a couple more bonuses to throw in there, a prospect generation template that helps us make sure our pipeline is full. We got a review attraction flyer. We got a dashboard that help you track lots of different clients as you scale and grow and bring on lots of clients. We got more legal agreements for our review contract. That's another $2,000 in bonuses on top of the training course, the proposal template, the review report generator, the web and digital agency proposal kit, and those bundle of bonuses for a total value of $9,826. All right, let's talk about bonus number 4. Some of you guys have been asking about this already. You guys need the software, right? And so bonus 4 is the lifetime reseller privilege of the review software. So you'll get access to Review Lead. This is, again, available only through authorized agencies, and as a result of going through the Review Pro Launchpad program, you're going to become a Review Lead certified partner. So that'll allow you privileges to sell Review Lead licenses at the lowest possible markup rate of $20 per location per month, which you're going to then turn around and sell for at least $1,800 a year. You're going to get partner support, and you're going to get rate disclosure protection. This is important, guys. Your clients will never know what you pay for this, because you deserve to make money based off of the value you provide, not the time it takes. The most successful businesses in the world have figured out how to earn money disconnected and unassociated with the time it takes to actually produce it, okay? And now with review and reputation management, you'll finally have a service in your arsenal that you get paid not based off of time, but based off of the value that you're actually providing to a client. So you're going to get full access to the Review Pro Launchpad training course, the proposal template, the report generator, the digital agency proposal kit. We've got those bundle of additional bonuses and the Review Lead reseller privilege for a total value of $10,926. So guys, I hope it's super clear that I want to set you up for success. There were so many things in this that that we've included, but so many more things that we did not include simply because they didn't work. So you're not only benefiting from what actually worked and what we tested, you're also benefiting from not having to waste the time or money on the stuff that we've already eliminated as not being successful. So what else you get is access to our Facebook group. Think of this as daily coaching. Ask any question anytime. We do additional training and interviews and webinars on topics that you guys choose. People have told me that that access to this group and the people in it was value enough for them. That the connections here and the information that's exchanged, the celebrations that happen, the activity that happens to help people move forward and get success is a really vibrant and strong community and one of my favorite places to hang out. So the question is, what is 4 clients worth to you? Just one per week, just reviews, $1,800 each. In 12 months, that's $93,600. So one per week, $93,600. So with that kind of earnings in a year, right? Would it make sense for me to charge $4,000? And then after you sell $4,000 worth of this, everything after that is just pure profit for you, right? So if all this did was to finally give you money to take that family vacation, would it be worth it? If all I do is give you the kick in the butt to organize your business, to grow it, to finally kind of create it and craft it the way that's actually supporting these goals for you, if it finally enables you to be in control of your revenue, of your income, would it be worth it? So that's why you can see it's a good deal at $4,000, but this is priced only at $1,997 for the general public. Now, because I want to make it even more of a no-brainer, you can get started now for just $997 today and click the button or go to reviewprolaunchpad.com/go. And I've got a fast-acting bonus for the people who are looking to move forward quickly today. And thank you everybody who was asking for the link and being patient with me here. So here's the link, reviewprolaunchpad.com/go. For you guys that are already committed to taking action, first 21 people, I'm going to give you a proven Facebook campaign that generates leads. So this is going to be something that you're going to be able to use and generate leads from people who don't currently know, like, or trust you, that are willing to raise their hand and say, hey, let's talk about this. And that's the first step in bringing them into your world as a client. So that's going to be awesome to augment on top of your existing kind of community of people that you can sell this to. Also, fast asking bonus number 2. I'm going to give you what's called the Association Takeover Campaign. We've used this. This is our newest piece of the training. We've used this to generate 25 paying clients and $55,900 in revenue in the last 90 days. This is just with this one campaign. It's a way that I don't know how many of you guys are members of BNIs or chambers of commerce, or maybe somebody's told you in your past that it's a good place to go to network. Like, if you're like me, that's I've questioned the time and value exchange that I actually get, the time I invest for the value I actually get out of those meetings. This is a strategy that we've used that you never have to attend a single chamber meeting. You never have to attend a single BNI meeting in order to actually use this and generate leads and opportunities. This is one of our strongest and newest things. That's for the first 21 people as well. So at this point, you guys have 2 choices. The first option is to do nothing and not take this leap of faith, which is 100% risk-free, which I'll share in a moment. And the second option is to make the small investments today compared to the huge value you're going to get in return. Just give it a go. I mean, remember, you've got me on your team. So here's our success guarantee. If this works for you, awesome. We're going to high five. We're going to celebrate in the group. We're going to ring the sales bell in the office for you. And if not, within 30 days after joining, in doing the work, and you find it's not a good fit, let's hop on a call and I'll give you a refund. This is about being service to you and helping you achieve the dream that I know that you have in your mind right now, that authentic life that you have in your mind right now. This is just another way that I can serve you and literally help you step into that dream. Also, if you don't have your first client within the first month, let me know and we'll set up a call. I'm going to give you a free coaching session with my team because I want to help you get the kind of results that we're getting and others in the program are getting too. So the big question is, which are you? I shared my own story about scarcity and abundance. When I was going through those rough times in my business, a lot of my days were filled with scarcity. And the truth is, like all of us as humans, we ebb and flow between these 2 places. Some of us, like me, several times a day, right? And it's the practice of being more in abundance that is going to help us get us closer to what we want. So if you're thinking from scarcity, you might be thinking why this won't work for you, or why it's not a good time, or like why you have other things that you feel like you've bought in the past that haven't panned out, and this how that might apply to this situation, right? You might be thinking that the market's crowded, or that maybe the businesses in your area don't need help with this, right? But if you're in an abundance mindset, you're thinking, gosh, I need to help the businesses in my area. I know there's a lot of strong businesses that are just suffering and they don't need to, and we can both benefit from me helping them. You're thinking about why there's a big opportunity and why this is something that's different and going to help you get to those goals and that authentic life as well. And honestly, that's the kind of person that we want to attract in the group. So you can get started for $9.97 today at reviewprolaunchpad.com/go. Guys, I'm seeing a couple questions that are popping up in the Q&A box that are on that page for sure. They're answered on that page. So if you have some questions related to the program and you haven't been to reviewprolaunchpad.com/go yet, please head over there. One of the questions I just saw scroll by was asking about PayPal. Do we take PayPal? Yes. So PayPal is an option. If you scroll down a little bit further on the page, you'll see a blue button that you can click on to enroll using PayPal. And that way you can use our in-house funding in order to do that. There's also split payments. If we want to make this absolutely no-brainer, easy for you guys to enroll in the program. So we have in-house funding that'll break the program into multiple payments if that helps you get into the program sooner as well. And all that's explained over at reviewprolaunchpad.com/go. So guys, remember that poll? Remember what we talked about, that 98% of us knew somebody that we could talk to about this? You need to close just one of them for this to make sense, right? So the way we structured the investment for the program is that the first time you bring on the client, you not only pay for your investment, you also put money in your pocket. And we've done that on purpose because we want you to win with the very first sale. There are some investments, some businesses that people start, like a Subway franchise. Did you know that the average Subway business owner, the franchisee, it takes them 3 to 5 years to make their very first dollar of profit? Like, that's crazy, right? Like, I have no idea why anybody would want to go off and do that when they could do something so simple like this and make profit on their very, very first sale. That's already working for others. Steven had his first sale within a week of starting this. He had a second just a few days later. This is Kimberly. This is a picture of her at her BNI business networking group. And she had just given a presentation about Review Lead to a bunch of business owners, and a bunch of people said, yeah, let's talk about it. So she collected a bunch of leads there. Plus, Plus, she sold one guy that was a retailer with 3 locations. And I didn't really talk about this very much, but if somebody has 3 locations, they pay 3 times. You make money 3 times on that one transaction. So the one-to-many on this is really, really cool. This is Erin. I love this story because she had 11 appointments within 24 hours of joining the program. She had her first 4 closed also within that first day as well, which is really awesome. This is Jonathan. He said he sold his first client within 2 weeks. It worked way faster than he thought, and it was worth the risk. You can head over to reviewprolaunchpad.com/go and hear Jonathan talking about it himself. This is Brett. He said, I made my first sale with Review Pro Launchpad, and it was the first one that I tried. So the first time he went out to sell it, he sold his first client, which is cool. He also left us this feedback. He said, the way you've outlined how to pitch us as a system/service and not as a software makes the potential for this to be huge business on its own. I'm sure. And so what you need to connect with there is that he is selling this as a solution, as a service, right? Not as software. And when he does that, he's able to command the investment that he wants, okay? If you guys are thinking of this as a software, please stop and please think of this as you're providing them with the end result. You're providing them that white glove service. And I think Brett makes an excellent point. This is Erin. This is a little bit different of a testimonial because Erin is one of our agency's clients. And this is the email we got from her after she engaged with us. She said, we've got an absurd amount of 5-star reviews within 24 hours. It's amazing. Thanks so much for the email thing. People are emailing me back saying how ingenious it is. Have a great week. You're the bomb. Have a great weekend. So can you see how easy and how little resistance there is where we could call Erin and ask her to help ascend that value ladder, right? Like she's way more likely to ascend our value ladder in this mindset than anything else. We have her trust. She loves what we've done for us. She knows that when she spends money, when she invests money with us, that she gets a return. And so us making those recommendations for other services was a no-brainer. This is Steven. He said, on Monday, I already had my first sale with Review Pro Launchpad, started the course on Friday, and had return on investment. This is literally the easiest program I've used to generate money. It's too easy. Value is insane for me and the customer. So if you didn't catch that, he started the course on Friday. He had his first paying client on a Monday. You can hear Steven talk about that at reviewprolaunchpad.com/go. Rochelle says, I've already managed to sign up one of my existing clients to the platform. I'm looking forward to many more. Evan said, ring the bell, his first annual client. Then we had Rich, who had, from his first presentation, sold a $250 a month client as well. Kenyon, this is one of my favorite examples because he says that he cold called a roofer in the morning. They met at 1 p.m. He walked out with $9,600 in contracts. And he says, I should also mention that I'm a below average closer. My point is communicating what this product does and how it provides value is enough. So guys, I don't know about you, but like I'm not a salesperson and I didn't get into this to be a salesperson at all. And the below average closers, if you identify with that, if you don't consider yourself a salesperson, just the point is just communicating what the product does, showing them their current situation is enough value for them to say yes to you. It's really, that's really that simple. And that's what Kenyon's done in a major way. So guys, I want to see you on the inside. I want to see you in the member area. I want to see you in the Facebook group. I want to get to know you. And I also want to introduce you to my friends that are there as well. And guys, it's about betting on yourself. When I started betting on myself and taking risks and believing in myself is when all the people in my world, my employees, my family, the people that trust me began able to actually count on me for things. And that's what this is all about. And promise me one thing, guys. There's a lot of people still here today, which is awesome. And I know you guys are not here just hanging around just for that free template that I promised you. You're here because you're looking for a shift. You're looking for a change. Like you're looking for a new thing, right? And maybe this is it. If it is, awesome, right? If it is, amazing. I can't wait to welcome you to the group. If it's not, just do something, okay? Please do something because life is too short and I spent too many years wasted because of inaction, wondering what was the right thing to do. I just wasted that time. So I'm here to give you the plan. I'm unfolding the plan right for you step by step to help you walk on the same steps that I've done. And I'm currently walking along with a lot of other people who've decided to do the same thing as well. So guys, you can get started at reviewprolaunchpad.com/go. I'd like to make a quick transition into some Q&A. So that way I can answer all your questions. I'm going to put some questions up on the screen, and then I'll be glad to stay here as long as it takes to answer everybody's questions. So how long until I start making money? So the question I'd ask is, how quickly can you start watching the videos and get through the training. This is not something where you have to binge watch it to work. Some people like to, some people are like that, but you don't need to binge watch this in order to get results. Some people have started the course on a Friday, had their first client on a Monday. Our current record is somebody saw the webinar in the morning, and within about 4 hours, they had a check from somebody. That's obviously like the cool stories, right? Wow, that's awesome. It works. Does it work like that every single time? Of course not, right? Like people's mileage are going to vary, but certainly within the first month, you're going to see that traction take hold and be able to get that first client. And that's exactly why we offer that free coaching call. Because if you're not getting there within that first month, then let's help you. It's really that easy. Like I know that if you don't have your first client within the first month, then there's something holding you back, and let's get you past that. Because there's just too many people that have seen results with this for it not to work for somebody. And we just have to help you through whatever that issue is. Do I need a web design background to sell this? So you don't need any web design skills. You don't need any technical skills. I know some people get nervous when I start talking about embedding buttons and doing the review stream and auto posting and things like that. If you have navigated the complexities of getting on today's webinar, then you have enough skills in order to do what's here. Also, we have support, and the community is there to support you as well. I've already tried this. How is this different? Okay, we tried it too. This was my question originally when we started offering this. We changed two things. Number one, we started charging more for it. Not crazy, right? But just that's simple. We just started charging more because when we would sell before, I just wasn't excited. That's boring. We made a few bucks, but it really wasn't making a big impact for us. We were undercharging. Number two, we started offering it as our first foot in the door with clients that didn't know, like, or trust us. We were able to open up so many doors. We moved it to the bottom of our value ladder. We have so many more people saying yes to that. We're making money at that step, and now we get to sell the rest of it. So those two changes is what made this totally different for us. Do I have to use the same review software that you're using? Do you have to use ReviewLead? You don't, right? You don't have to. Though, if I can throw rocks at all those other review software for a second, a lot of them are missing features. They don't work well. They're overpriced, and they're not supported. So what we found is something that's supported. It's priced awesomely, where you can make great profit. All the features are there, and it's an amazing piece of software. So if you're not using it, you probably will, and you're about to join a community of people who are using it too. Is ReviewLead available without the Review Pro Launchpad training? Can you buy it without enrolling in Review Pro Launchpad? And the answer is no. In order to get access to ReviewLead, you have to be certified, and you become certified when you go through the Review Pro Launchpad training. What if I think I have a client that I can sell this to before joining Review Pro Launchpad? So what you're saying is, I think I know somebody who will buy this. I'm going to go get the money from them, and then I'm going to enroll in the program after I've sold them. And I get the logic, totally get it. Right? It's a cash flow thing. It's very little risk to do it that way. No risk, right? But there is a risk, okay? The risk is that by not being trained, by not knowing the questions they're going to ask, by not having the proposal that you need to take them on the journey that they need to go on from the time you give them this idea of the time that they're ready to hopefully buy, I don't want you to jeopardize your best opportunity with the people who are the warmest clients in order to sell this. I don't want you to jeopardize it. So I'm asking you to reverse this thinking. So instead of selling them and then enrolling, I'm asking you to enroll, and then let me be your coach. Let me get you trained up really quickly, and then let's go nail that, and let's go close that. Let's ring the sales bell, and let's celebrate it in the group, obviously, right? Cool. What if a business already has good reviews? Why would they buy this? So you're thinking that 5-star business. They already have reviews, and they already have a 5-star. Obviously they don't need it, right? Wrong. Okay, let me tell you my favorite story about this. An artist in town, very well respected. When you fly into the Tucson airport, she has a gallery there. They just remodeled the TSA checkpoint, and her stuff's all over the walls there. People's homes, doctors' offices, attorneys, all have her stuff. Point is, people love her, right? She already has a 5-star reputation. But she recognized, and she called us because she's like, I need more 5-star reviews. I'm asking my employees to ask our clients, but they're just not doing it. Can you please help with that? Because I don't think they're doing the right thing. So she recognized that a review older than 3 months is no longer relevant. She, like every other business owner out there, has to remain relevant. If she's not, she's jeopardizing her business. It's about always attracting new reviews. So a business that already has a 5-star reputation has to keep on attracting those reviews, and that's why they would absolutely buy that. how much time do I need to dedicate to the course? How about setting up clients or managing them? All right. This is not something you guys have to binge watch. Like I said before, we were busy when we first rolled this out in our own company. So this is something that we couldn't have take away from the rest of our business. So you can watch the pieces that you need at the time you need, and you don't have to binge watch it. As far as setting up clients, it takes about 30 minutes to set up each client once you bring them on, and about 10 minutes per month just to kind of keep it going. So not very much time at all. Do people really look at reviews for more than restaurants? Does it matter for other industries? All right, so a lot of people think reviews in restaurants, because when Yelp came on the scene, like that was like their claim to fame. Like you went to Yelp for reviews of restaurants. They're actively trying to break that reputation, and the review landscape has expanded so much more into other industries, and that's proof by most of the businesses that we bring on are not restaurants. I'll tell you, there are restaurants on there. They are a good opportunity. You could go into that vertical, but I'll tell you that there's so many other businesses that are quick to see the value, quick to pay, quick to receive benefit from you helping them as well. Can I charge something else? Can I charge more or less than what you're recommending? Absolutely charge more. I love hearing stories about that. So please, when you do, tell me, because then it just raises the bar for me, raises the bar for everybody of what's possible in terms of the value exchange. Think about this. If a business got $1 million more of revenue because of what you did for them, would they pay $50,000 for that? I think a lot of businesses would, right? Okay, so charge less. Don't charge less. Please do not charge less. Can you charge less? Of course you could, right? Like there's margin. You could cut into it, but you're just robbing from yourself. This is worth every penny of what we suggest you charge it for and more. And so don't rob yourself because you deserve. You absolutely deserve to make a profit. Like profit is not a bad word. It is absolutely something you need. And another version of charging less is asking somebody to sign on to this and then not having them sign on a monthly basis and then not having them sign a contract. So you're letting them pay monthly, but you're not making them sign like a 12-month at least agreement because they can just cancel at any time. That's another version of charging less, and it would be a mistake to do it that way. So don't do that. Please don't. Makes me cry. All right. Does my membership in Review Pro Launchpad come with any location licenses for Review Lead? So no, you can buy as many licenses as you need when you need them. You don't have any licenses that come with it. What's cool about this is you can add them as you need them and remove them as you need them. So I just told you not to sign a 12-month agreement with your clients. Like that's between you and the client. Like you have no it's month to month with Review Lead, so you have no commitment to keep those long term. So you can swap them between clients, whatever. Total flexibility. All right, how much will it cost me to add a client into the software solution? It's very simple. So it's $20 per location, right? So if you have one business, it's $20. If it's two businesses, you have $40, and that's priced per month. Okay, and you can add and remove them at any point in time that you want. But again, you're going to be marking those up at $1,800 a piece, which is high profit there. I live outside the U.S. and I want to attract clients from the U.S. And my home country. Will this work for me? And what about other languages? So if you're thinking that reviews are in any way like geographically based, like that they only work in some places and not others, reviews are a global thing. Where there are businesses, reviews are important. Okay, so there's no border things. This works everywhere. We have clients in a lot of different countries who have enrolled in the program that are working with this. Now, some people might think that, hey, in my small town, there's not businesses that would want this. And so you might be thinking that there's no opportunity near you. Now, I would probably argue with you on that. But let's say that's really the case, that there's nobody where you're at that could actually buy this from you. And if you perceive that there's another neighboring city or someplace else in the globe that you want to do business with, you can certainly sell this remotely. You can do this over distance, over conference lines and that kind of thing. We do this as well. We sell it face-to-face, and we also sell it over the internet as well. Also, you can support other languages. So if English is something, you want to do something else other than that, it's supported as well. Do we have lifetime access to the course? What about updates? So yes, so guys, we are continually evolving and creating new things. We've got some tests going on right now that early signs show of being a really strong strategy to help a follow-up, which is really cool. in an automated way. So when we get that thing together, that's going to be stuff we're going to be teaching on. We're always releasing new pieces of the course, and you'll have access to these updates as well. Can I have a replay to show my partner? Yes, guys, there will be a replay. I'm going to be sending that out about an hour after we wrap today, and that way you guys can have that. Also in that email, guys, there will be a link to the template. So the template that I promised you that you're going to be able to use to fulfill the promise that you made to those people on Facebook, you guys are going to be able to have that. It's going to be inside of that email as well. And if you, for whatever reason, you can't find it, it doesn't come through, and it's not in your spam and all that, just shoot me an email. I'll make sure you get it. No problem. Does this work if I'm a freelancer? Guys, absolutely. So we've had this question come up a couple times where like freelancers are wondering if this is in alignment with their business. If you're a freelancer, this is when I was making that big transition from working on my own to building a team and becoming more of what you'd call an agency. Like, this is the kind of strategy that I would have wanted to have, because it helps me get in front of clients and helps me build profit at a time where I most needed it. I mean, we always need profit, but this absolutely works if you're a freelancer. And finally, is Review Pro Launchpad right for me? And I'll answer this in a very black and white way. If you're willing to do the work, watch the videos and ask questions when you get stuck, then this is absolutely for you. And we want to welcome you into the group. On the other hand, if you can't watch the videos, if you don't have time to do the work, if you're not one of those people who will raise their hand and ask questions when they get stuck, well, then it's not going to work for you. And that's the kind of people we don't want in the group, because it just slows everybody else down. So decide right now which one you are. Decide who you are, and allow us to help you get success with that as well. So guys, what I'd like to do now is I'm going to kind of go through our Q&A real quick. I know that Anthony has been fiercely typing and responding to everybody here that he can. I want to look through these questions real quick just to see if there's anything else that maybe has been asked in a little bit different way. And if it has been asked in a different way, I can address it here, or maybe some questions that I didn't talk about at all. All right. Again, I'm happy to stay here as long as it takes to answer everybody's questions. Blake's asking, can we pay for the accounts yearly? And the answer is yes. There's options to do that as well. Some people like to do that because when they ask a client for an upfront investment, they can pay for that whole year in advance and know that there's not like a monthly thing. So you can pay for your seats in an annual basis, so that way you don't have like a monthly thing. Like, your money is your money. It's all good. Cool. All right. Just looking through here, guys. All right, so Bill's asking, how might the system work with a specific vertical, travel and tourism? Will that work? Let's see here. I'm just reading here. Let's see. Okay, let me answer this. I know Anthony gave you a specific question or answer to Bill, but let me answer this for the group. So what Bill's asking is, how does it work for travel and tourism, especially with like TripAdvisor and Hotels.com, you know, the big thing here is that I love the idea of going after verticals. So that thinking along those lines is a great idea, because when you can share results with one vertical with a client, you can share that, you can show those results and be able to attract other clients in that vertical, right? Like with a realtor example I gave before, if you can show one realtor how you helped another one, now there's just relevant testimonials and examples of that work. So I like that thinking already. So that's good. This system, specifically with travel and tourism, does integrate with sites related to that. So that's a strong way of doing it. A lot of times, and Bill's asking about third-party review systems, like, there are a lot of software solutions that businesses have bought out there that already have some sort of review piece built in, but a lot of times it's an afterthought. Like it doesn't remind people to leave reviews. It doesn't really monitor, or the reviews that they're collecting are kind of for an internal database. So I, in fact, love to sell this to people who already have some sort of review system in place, because a lot of times I can show them that it's not working, and it's obvious because you can look at what's happening in their review situation, and there's a problem there. And if the software they have is working, then that problem wouldn't be there. So I'm able to share that angle with them. And then I'm also able to show them that, the software that they have is not as featured as what we have, and that we can make sure that we're doing everything we can to fix all of those problems. So awesome. Cool, guys. All right. Just looking through our questions here. I'm seeing a lot of stuff I've already answered. And I see some very specific questions here. Let's see here. All right, Dan's asking how it compares to other review stuff like Birdeye. So there's a lot of software out there, and it'd be impossible for me to go through feature by feature. I can promise you we've gone through that one specifically, along with a lot of other ones. Paid for a lot of these things. A lot of times, what we find is the ability, the features that are included for the price that you pay, and then your ability to make money on it. That was number one, right? Like, we needed to make money when we're selling this to a client. So with Review Lead, that's something where there's a huge amount of features for the dollars that you're actually paying, and allows a big area for profit. Some of the features that we find in one software, like if there's a dozen different review softwares out there, like, we found that Review Lead had the most number of features and wasn't missing any of the big stuff. Because it's hard to put this together. Like, the piece of the software that is pretty straightforward is asking for the reviews, right? Like, as far as the programming goes, like, sending out email drips isn't really that complex of a science. The hardest part around offering this service is actually the ability to monitor and pay attention to the reviews that are happening online. Like, that's a changing landscape, and there's a lot of agreements that have to be in place from an API standpoint in order for this software to know when certain sites get new reviews. Okay, and it's not something where where they're going out there and scraping. A lot of times, scraping is against terms and conditions of a lot of these sites that are out there. So API relationships have to be established. So the number of integrations is also a really important aspect of this as well. So awesome, guys. Well, cool. Hey, guys, it looks like the questions are slowing down just a little bit. What I'm going to do here is, in a moment, I'm just going to mute my microphone, and I'm going to join Anthony in the other room to answer some questions that may be still lingering around here one-on-one. Guys, I'm just so honored to be here with you today. Whether you realize it or not, you've already made an investment with me, okay? And I know there's a bunch of people who made an investment of their dollars here, and I want to welcome you guys to the group, obviously. But what you've all invested before you've invested your money is your time. Time is a resource that you've all invested here, and you'll never get it back. Like, none of us, myself included, will get that back. When somebody makes an investment with me, I absolutely, from the center of my heart, want to ensure that you guys get at least the same or more value in return. So I hope that today, and what I've shared with you, and the ways that we've exposed my business, Anchor Wave, and opened up the doors to show you how we do things, at very least, by itself, gives you some good ideas that you can bring into your own business. Now, if you came here for good ideas, I absolutely hope that I've delivered upon that. But if you've come here for a result, if you've come here for a leap forward and to get a jump start in bolting this on to your business, or starting a business doing this, I absolutely firmly believe that Review Pro Launchpad is the answer. So, guys, my name is Mike Schmidt. I'm honored to be with you here today. My company is Anchor Wave Internet Solutions. I founded in 2003. Here coming to you from Agency Mastermind and Review Pro Launchpad. Have a great day wherever you are, guys. I appreciate your time, and I'll follow up with you guys in the chat. Cheers, everybody.